can tell you how to change the future. Everybody in my therapist knows I'm a psychology buff, and studying psychology is fun because you're always looking for the same thing a writer should look for, the story behind the story. It's a never read a book by its cover ordeal, but I can tell you how to read past the first page. Thinking is difficult, that's why most people judge. That's a quote from my favorite psychologist, Carl Jung. You might not know of Jung, but I'm sure you know of his mentor, Sigmund Freud. Freud, the weird guy with eels, Freud, the scent candle on the top shelf in my therapist's office, Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalysis. My introduction to Jung went like this. It was about 6 years ago when I first met my therapist. To be fully honest, therapy took some getting used to, and there were many times I just wanted to quit. Why do I have to do all this work? Can't I just do as I do and live with what plays out? But after a few months, it became the best part of my week. I realized I have a true passion for psychology, and my therapist saw it too. So to foster my newfound excitement, my therapist sent me home with Carl Jung's books. Each week, he'd pick a book off his shelf and hand it to me. I'd spend the next few nights skimming the pages, reading the good parts. And the next Monday, I'd give it back, and he would say, "How much did you read?" And I would always give the same reply, like 2 pages, what did you expect? He'd nod and put the book back on his shelf, right next to his poorly painted model of a brain. I believe Jung's quote, "Thinking is difficult, that's why most people judge," is a reference to day-to-day actions. Sure, you could spend the time to think over everything you say or do, but it's so much easier to let your brain go in whatever direction it wants. Sure, you could think about why a person did what they just did, but it's so much easier to take things at face value. That person bumped into me and knocked over my books. They didn't even help pick them up. That's so rude. What if we take a step back and observe what just happened? You're on your way to class, holding your textbooks close to your chest, then someone walks by and bumps your shoulder. Your books fall to the ground, but the person keeps on walking. Why didn't they help me pick up my books? They're so mean, right? Well, maybe. But maybe the hallway is just so crowded they didn't even notice. So what could you do in that situation? Well, you could leave your books on the floor and confront them, grab them by the shoulder, turn them around and say, "Dude, what was that for?" Or you could pick up your books and continue walking to class. You don't have to make their day worse. But don't even do it for them. Do it for yourself. Let them be, because confronting them is just going to make you more upset. Instead, think about how you feel. Wow, that was kind of mean of them. I'm feeling pretty annoyed. That sucks. And that's it. Observe your feelings and watch as they pass. This observance is called mindfulness. Mindfulness is noticing how you feel in the moment. It's observance and acceptance. I'm feeling pretty upset right now. You're not avoiding your feelings. You're not thinking about what could have happened or what might happen in the future. You're just sitting with your thoughts without judgment. You're being mindful. Let's think of another scenario. You're lying down in your bed, just about to fall asleep, and your brain presents you with a wonderful memory of when your voice cracked during your history presentation. Well, now you can't fall asleep, can you? Why did I do that? Everybody's probably laughing to themselves. I can't believe that happened. That's pretty critical, huh? Now let's apply mindfulness. That really sucks that happened. I felt really uncomfortable. I'm feeling really uncomfortable right now. You can't change the past, and you couldn't control that moment. Even if you could go back in time and redo that history presentation, you wouldn't be able to stop your voice from cracking. That's just what happened. So why worry? That moment is past. I don't remember what I thought about therapy before I started going, since it's been almost a decade. And for the same reason, I'm not too sure I'm caught up with the current public opinion surrounding therapy. I won't sell you on it, but I will say it helped me. So whether you do this in therapy or not, I believe mindfulness is how you can change your future. Look inward. Take time to yourself to just observe. Reflect on your actions. What am I happy about today? What could I have done differently? What could I have done better? Work on yourself. Find help in people you trust. This is how you change the future. This I believe.